cosmic dance, means when Shiva got contracted, the Shakti created, and this process is called as Shiva and Shakti's dance. So from that, Omkara has generated. This is the Nada Brahma, and it has been downloaded as a Shabda Brahma, and that is called Vani. It has 4 stages. Para is the most subtle stage. Para, then Pashyanti, then Madhyama, and Vaikhari is the gross Rupa. You can say through this, from the Vishuddha Chakra we talk. This is the 4th stage of Vani. In Kashmiri Shaivagam, Matruka is also the 5th stage of Vani, that is the Akshara, that is the words what we write. This is, they call it as the Matruka. So we will now see about the Nadi, Chakra and the spiritual state. Nadi are the subtle ways or movement of, they help us to carry the prana shakti throughout the body, and that keep us very strong and subtle and very stable. So these nadis are connected to the various centers. The nerve centers are called as a chakra. There are 108 chakras, and out of that, 9 chakras are very important. The prana flows is freely. If the prana is freely flowing in your body, means your nadis are clear, your chakras are clear. Chakras are associated with our glands. The 7 chakras, main chakras, are associated with our glands, and overall they control our body function and our mental function. So chakras, stabilization of chakra is part of spiritual sadhana, and all these nadis are connected. They are carrying the prana shakti, as well as afterwards they can carry the kundalini shakti also. So these are very important nadi, and clean nadi is the positive aspect of our being. So poor physical and mental health can indicate that our nadi are having some blockages or our chakras are imbalanced. There are 3 main nadis, Ida, Pingala and Sushumna, that they run through our spinal cord. Along with our spinal cord, they run. Then all the 3 begin at Muladhara chakra, and the Sushumna travels upward. Ida and Pingala, they get terminated at Ajna chakra. It's at the 6th chakra. We will see all the chakras later on, but the Sushumna runs further. So out of the 108 chakras, there are 9 main chakras. Out of that, 7 are always being referred, and at so many places you can find information about the 7 chakras. But there are 2 more chakras that Natha Sampradaya or any Shaivagama believe in that, and it is happening it is available, it is present in each and every human being. The important part is we have to cross the 6 chakras, and up to Ajna chakra from Muladhara, 6 chakras we have to cross, and in spirituality that is called Shata Chakra Bhedan. 6 chakron ka bhedan karna hai, that is the most important state. So we will see the 7th, 8th and 9th chakra are Sahasrar, Nirvana and Ananda chakra respectively. They are above our talu जिसको कहते हैं ना, above our head. Immediately above is the Sahasrar chakra, and after that there is a divine distance of 12 angula space, means 12, you can say like this is the 4, like that there are 12 angula space is there above our head, and that is the Brahmanda, or that is the Vadashanta Mandal it is called. And in that the Vaishvika energy or the cosmic energy as a Shakti and Shiva are residing. And Sahasrara chakra is the doorway to enter in this Dwadashanta Mandal. That is basically the Anandamaya Kosha, what we saw yesterday, day before yesterday. So prana flows through these nerve centers. So there are different emotions, feelings, sensations that sadhak experiences during this process. And the same energy but manifest in different forms at different chakra. The energy is same, but its representation, its evolution at different chakra is totally different, depends on the bhava of that chakra. So we'll see what is Muladhara chakra. Mula means root, basic. Dhara means that holds. This chakra holds our basic instincts. We as a human being or animals, all animals, they carry the same basic elements or basic instincts. They are ahar, nidra, bhaya, and maitun. Means food, sleep, fear, and sex. These are the four basic elements that are necessary for everyone, including ourselves, to live as a human being. Or as on this earth, we need these four, that they are always there. So this chakra is related to the earth element, Prithvi. That is why it is Jada. And it is responsible for stability and balance in our life. Our life should be remain balanced when the Muladhara chakra is balanced, when the four aspects of the Muladhara chakra are balanced. This is represented by four petals. Its color is red and its bija mantra is Lam. And the chakra connects the Adar Mudra. So the Adhishthan chakra. So Adhishthan chakra means Swa means self and Adhishthan means abode. Where our self, our own, the remembrance of our own self is there. So this chakra represents establishing its own state of being. It is just situated 4 fingers above the Muladhara chakra. Muladhara chakra is situated at the base of the our spinal cord. Above that 4 finger height, this chakra is established. This is the seat, or this is responsible for procreation and creation. So creation means having kids. This is a creation from this, and our all abilities as a creative abilities are also associated with this chakra. This second chakra is associated with the water element. We have seen the Panchamahabhut, 5 elements in last session. So this is one of the element, water. It is represented with, this is associated with Swadhisthana. It is represented by 6 petals. This color is orange. His bija mantra is Vam. This chakra controls our sex glands. Now the third is Manipura chakra, and this is very important as far as our body is concerned. This is also called solar plexus, and it is this chakra is situated near our navel region. So jealousy, generosity, joy, greed are manifesting here. The third chakra is also called as a second brain because it controls our entire body function. It is related to the fire element and responsible for digestion, absorption, getting converted into various dhatu and various what do you call elements that runs our body. This is represented by 10 petals, and its color is yellow, and its bija mantra is Ram. The fourth one is Anahat chakra. It is behind the heart, situated near the heart behind, and it exists in the form of 12 petal flower. It controls the feeling of fear, love, and hatred, and it's related to air element. Its color is green, and bija mantra is Yam. This chakra controls thymus gland. This chakra is very important because this is at the middle level. Below that, there are chakras which are related to our body functioning mainly, and above that are the divine chakras. They are related to our spiritual growth. Though all the chakras are useful in our body function, but as far as you can say spiritual aspects are concerned, above chakras are very important. So the fifth one is Vishuddhi chakra. It resides in our throat region, through which we talk. Vani comes out of the throat, Vishuddhi chakra. It controls the emotion of gratefulness and grief also. When we become very grateful, our throat gets choked, is it not? Or when we are in deep grief and sorrow, that time also our throat gets choked, because this chakra handles those qualities or those emotions. It is represented by 16 petals, and its color is blue. Its bija mantra is Hum. That's why when we end our long Sudarshan Kriya, Guruji asks us to do take the sound of hum, hum. So this attacks this this what you call this give the energy of the Vishuddhi chakra comes out. So that is the reason behind that. And this chakra controls our thyroid gland. The next is Ajna chakra. This is very important. This is also called as third eye of Shiva. Now from there, the actual journey towards the Shiva Tattva starts. Whenever your Ajna chakra gets stable, means your upward journey has been continued. You cannot come down. Okay, when you cross the Ajna chakra means you cannot, your downfall is not possible. So Ajna chakra is related to the, it is situated in between our eyebrows, and we should always put chandana, the sandalwood paste on this chakra place. Everybody should identify where the chakra is located, and we should put the chandana because it has the quality of wisdom, intuitions, alertness, knowledge. Along with that, it also have the aspect of anger. That's why Shiva gets angry very fast, because he is the Lord of wisdom, but he also moves in the anger phase also. So becoming angry is more possible when you are crossing the Ajna chakra, or when you cross the Ajna chakra. But the awareness for the sadhaka is that you may get into anger phase, but within few seconds you come back. So that is a spiritual part of spiritual sadhana. So this region is very important, seat of knowledge and wisdom. It's represented by two petals only, wisdom and anger. This colors is indigo, and Bija mantra is Om or Sham. Some knowledge streams say it is Sham, some knowledge streams say it is Om. It controls the pituitary gland. So these are the six chakra and Shata chakra Bhedan. What I said means crossing these chakras is very important as a sadhana part. And the next is Sahasrar. It is just located above our top of our head, above our Brahmarandra. Talu jisko bolte. This Talu, and here is the Brahmarandra. Above, exactly above that is the Sahasrar chakra. It's represented by 1,000 petals of the lotus. No, so it is outside the Annamaya Kosha and Pranamaya Kosha, but within the Manomaya Kosha. Manomaya Kosha is within our body and outside our body up to 6 inches. So it is within the Manomaya Kosha, and it is related to Chitta. How its presence is solely depend on our status of our Chitta. It is the base for Dwadashanta Mandal. I told you about what is Dwadashanta Mandal. It is the 12 angular space on our head, and there resides the cosmic energy, Shiva and Shakti. That is part of Vijnanamaya Kosha and Anandamaya Kosha. So this is the doorway to enter to those koshas. You know, many saints say that you have to move upward. You have to go beyond the Brahmarandra and move upward. To where to go? Where to move upward? So we have to move to the Dwadashanta Mandala. We means our own Kundalini Shakti should move through Brahmarandra, through this Sahasrara chakra to the above higher chakras, which are outside our body. So got it? So these, when we get established in Ajna chakra, and when we go towards Sahasrara chakra, we find very calm and very peaceful state within. So this chakra is of white color. It controls the pineal gland. At this level, the yogin enters into samadhi. Any sadhaka who becomes siddha, by coming this level, the yogi called as a siddha, and he can enter into samadhi. And the above shows the placement of chakras upward directions. When the kundalini energy moves through these chakras, it is called the urdhvagati. Our experiences, enthusiasm, then creativity blossoms. There are generosity and contentment that happens. These are the part of getting stabilization of Ajna chakra and reaching to the Sahasrara chakra. So now we'll come to the subtle chakras. You may not find this information anywhere. Even I asked Gurudev about this in Bangalore ashram, that please explain about these chakras. So Gurudev said that you will own experience. You will experience of your own in your meditative state. You will experience it. And then with his grace only, I experienced this through chakra, and then I explained this in one of my book. So this is we call it as a eighth or Shunya chakra. This is above the Sahasrara. The eighth Nirvana chakra is representing the wisdom part, that Shakti part of the universe. And the yogi gains access to the universal energy and wisdom. The Nirvana chakra also has been called as a Shunya chakra. In Natha Sampradaya, it is called as Shunya chakra, and it is the source of the sacred. It covers the Vijnanamaya Kosha and further connects to the Anandamaya Kosha. So it is within the Dwadashanta Mandal, but above the 5 to 6 angula space, above the Sahasrara chakra. See, here in the Dwadashanta Mandala, we get over the bondage of time and space. Every person has a kanchuka or bondage or limitation of time and space. At the 8th chakra, the time constraint has been removed, or the time constraint gets removed of its own. Only experience of space around is remain there. It governs by the Shakti or the cosmic energy, which is in dynamic nature. And it is in the form of open-ended yoni, as represented as a base of Shivalinga. We see in Shivalinga, the base is of yoni part. That is the 8th chakra. And it has full of vibrations. This part is full of vibrations. Its ends are open because the Kundalini Shakti of the yogi or the Siddha, when it crosses the Sahasrara chakra, it should enter in the 8th chakra to have the Shakti aspect. That's why the ends are open. And the Shakti resides in a human being after proper merging and travels further to the next level, that is called Akasha chakra, where Shiva is always there. Shiva represents there, Shiva remains there as an Anandamaya Kosha also. So we'll see the Mahashunya chakra or Akasha chakra. In Natha Sampradaya, it is called as a Mahashunya chakra. So this is the 9th chakra, 5 to 6 Angushta space above the 8th chakra. This is the Paramatma or Parabrahma state. This is the universal consciousness that is residing in our existence. So this is beyond Kala. Because at 8th chakra only the constraint of Kala gets disappeared. And there is no limit as a space. So the person becomes space. And space is what? Space is Shiva. So the human being existence merges with the universal energy at this level of Nirvana chakra and dwells in a very blissful state. What happens in this state? We should, if we don't have connect with any one of our sense, there is a possibility that we may leave our body. That's why all the saints, yogis who are here to guide us as in human form, they keep one attachment with one senses. Like Ramakrishna Paramahamsa had attachment with food. He kept attachment with food, so that the Jivatma remains within the body. So this is a subtle aspect behind that. So human space and universal space merges and become one. This is a Mahakala or Chidakasha or Mahakasha. This is the Dwadashanta Mandal full with Akash Chakra and Nirvana Chakra. The Akasha Chakra, there is the Kushmanda, the Shiva Tattva resides there as a Kushmanda, means egg of the universe, which is in a Bija form. And that is throbbing in the Shakti Chakra, 8th chakra. This is what I saw during the meditation state, that the Shakti and Shiva, these both chakras act as a one entity in the Dwadashanta Mandali. So what happens after this? The Siddha or the Yogi, when enters in this realm, then remains at the level of higher consciousness. There no mind state is there. Manolaya happens. Chitta is without any modulation. Chitta remains because Chitta is such a part of human aspect that carries the that carries the energy of the cosmic energy, Shiva or Shakti. Those energies are being reflected through Chitta in a human being. That's why Chitta is always there, but without any modulation. We'll see what are the modulations of Chitta in next slides. Then the Buddhi become Pradnya. Normal Buddhi is not there like we have at our human being, as human being. The Buddhi turns into Pradnya. Patanjali Yoga Sutra says that Rutambara Tatra Pradnya. It has a very elevated Rutambara state. Then Ahankara also is there as a part of Antakaran Chatushte, but it is as a Aham Brahmasmi state. Now I have become the Brahma, or I have become the Shiva, Shiva Tattva. That is the Ahankara. Ahankara is there, but in this form. It is the elevated Ahankara. When it is at a lower level, we found attachments and all these things, some false concepts about our own selves. But when it crosses the Ajna Chakra, your Ahankara turns into Aham Brahmasmi state when it enters into the Dvadashanta Mandala. Now we'll see the Vrittis. Vrittis are the whirlpool of the consciousness or the Chitta. Manomaya Kosha plays an important role that we have seen. So the Vrittis of Chitta are Pramana, Viparya, Vikalpa, Nidra and Smruti. Vrittis are the whirlpool of Chitta, what we discussed. So which are those? We'll quickly see. Pramana means our mind always wants some proof for anything. We want some proof. Then Viparya is the wrong understanding. And that's why our Chitta gets confused. Chitta remains always in unrest because of the wrong understanding. When we always start asking for any proof and don't believe on the sayings of somebody else, then our vritti gets disturbed. Vikalpa is the fantasy. Many times, many people are daydreaming about any object or anybody else, and that creates a disturbance in your vritti, and that is not getting you into the spiritual sadhana. These are the vikalpa. Then nidra, when we are in deep sleep, we don't remember what is happening. There is no impression on our chitta. Then smruti. Smruti is the memories that we gathered from during this janma, from this birth or the past births. And these are the basic reason for having restlessness in mind, because we have an inherent tendency to keep on connecting any event with the past memory. This is what happens or not. And that's why we keep on comparing and becomes restless. Our chitta becomes restless. So these 5 vrittis are like horses. If we don't control it, the 5 vrittis will control you, and they will take you anywhere and keep your chitta always in a restless state. So we'll come to the karma or karma phala. So there are 3 types of karma basically. Prarabdha karma means that is we have to face it. These are the karmas that in front of us. We cannot avoid this. But with the spiritual practice, darshan kriya, we can reduce its effect. But we have to face the karmas. Karmas are always not bad. There are good karmas, bad karmas. Those come in front of us in our life because it is our own karmas done in past lives. See, so we have to accept it, follow it, and get rid of this, whether it is good or bad. Then the yogi becomes stable. Then sanchita karma is the karma, they are still in the bija rupa or in a seed rupa, sanchita. It may come at any time. We don't know when it will come. Sri Krishna said in Bhagavad Gita that gahano karmana gati. कर्म की गति समझना बहुत मुश्किल है. Karma is very difficult to understand, but it will come out, when it will remain dormant, we don't know. So with the help of Sudarshan Kriya or the spiritual practice, we can burn out the Sanchita karma. This help us to burn the Sanchit karma so that it will not sprout, not in this birth or in our future births. And Kriyaman karma is the day-to-day activities what we are doing. So we should be, our chitta is stable, then our kriya, our karma, our kruti is always having a good result or having a good intention. That's why our chitta stability is very important. Then we'll come in the last aspect is the Kundalini Shakti. So we have many times learned about this. So it is the Shakti, that is the cosmic energy is situated in our own Sharira or own body at the Muladhara Chakra. It is in a 3.5 circles. It has Kundala. And this is the existence of Shiva Tattva and Shakti in the form of localized Shakti in human being. There are three parts of Kundalini, three types of Kundalini, you can say. It is a Para, Chitta, and Prana. These are the three types of Kundalini Shakti. So what is Para Kundalini? It is the total Shiva energy represented in Shakti. It is the supreme Kundalini and it cannot be experienced remaining in a human body. So it is so vast and it is so powerful that the human body cannot exist in its present. It is experienced only at the time of the when the Siddha Yogi gets into the Parakundalini with his body or her body. For example, Laleshwari of Kashmiri, the Kashmiri saint, or Muktabai from Maharashtra, or Mirabai, they enter into Parakundalini because of that their body was not available. Nobody was knowing where they have gone. So they have merged in the Parakundalini. So the next is Chitta Kundalini. This is functioned by the super conscious Chitta. Very stable Chitta, this Kundalini start resonating from the Ajna Chakra. The yogin can experience the blissful state, or it is the self-realization state. In the awakening of Chitta Kundalini, the yogi realizes the nature of self-miss, that is the Chidananda. The full rise of Chitta Kundalini can take place with the grace of Guru. It is generally happens with Shaktipata. Guru transmits his all Shakti, his own energy in a Shishya. Like Ramakrishna Paramahamsa had transferred all his energy to Vivekananda. And at that time, his Chitta Kundalini was activated. And that time, yogi has the desires and attachment only about spiritual aspects. When the Chitta Kundalini awakes, the person or the yogi only thinks about the very aspects of spirituality, about the humankind, their well-being. And in the such persons, such people are not involved in the mundane activities. Though they may be involved, but their intentions are not there. They can live anything at any moment. That is a thing. And the third one is a Prana Kundalini. This resides in everybody. And Kundalini Jagruti is the process happens at the Prana Kundalini state. That the Kundalini goes upward from the Muladhara Chakra and it travels through all the chakras and reach up to Ajna Chakra. And above that, the different process starts. This is called Golata. From Ajna Chakra to Sahasrara is a Golata space. There are 5 subtle chakras are there. And the Kundalini crosses those. This is a very good, jisko bolte, that very mystical process. So we will also see some part of Kashmir Shaivagama, because many people or many sadhak here are related to our Kashmiris, and text for Kashmiri Shaivagam. So we will quickly see what is Shaivagama that evolved in Kashmir. First, we will see what is Kashmir. Kashmir was the university that Sharda University was there in Kashmir. Now it in POK. And that time, around in up to 10th century, that was the center for education, learning, wisdom. People all over the world used to come settle there. They used to write books. They used to do meditation, gain knowledge, and write. So many granthas are written in this region. It was a university like Nalanda. This was a university. This was the only biggest university in the world. That was located in Kashmir. That's why Saraswati is called as a Kashmir Puravasini. So this was a big center of knowledge and education and wisdom. So the three main divisions of this Kashmir Shaivagama are Agama Shastra, Spanda Shastra, and Pratyabhidna Shastra. And these three Shastra together is called as a Trika Shastra. That's why Trika Shastra is the original term. Later on, in last century, this is being called as a Kashmir Shaivagama. And that it puts a perspective on the theoretical and practical expositions of the Tantra. Tantra means techniques of sadhana in order to get constructed or originized where one or another aspect of pride of desires is considered. So what are these what is this tribe? This is the desire, means ichha, knowledge is dhyana, and action is kriya. It is the based on these three aspects basically. So Trika Shastra, there are three upayas given. This is first is Shambho Upaya. Upaya means how to do the practice. Upaya wherein the aspirant merges in the Shambhu, means Shiva Tattva, Shiva consciousness. This is Shambho Upaya. Second is Shaktopaya, means realizing the Shiva consciousness through the power of Chitta Shakti. Through Shakti, you realize the ultimate Shiva Tattva. That is Shaktopaya. And Anvopaya means through various sadhana paddhati like pranayam or Ashtanga yoga or any other methods. By doing that, you Anvopaya, you realize the self. And Anupaya is this is not Upaya actually, this is the no means Sahaja. Gurudev कहते हैं ना सहज ध्यान और सहज samadhi that comes in an Anupaya. And Anupaya happens with the grace of Guru. So these are the quickly we are seeing the what is Kashmir Shaivagam, and now we are seeing the Shiva Sutra Pradipika. This is the small Granthika I have written as my Guru, Sri Dnyaneshwar Maharaj has explained me Shiva Sutra in a different perspective. Gurudev also had explained this Shiva Sutra with a very broad perspective, but from the other Shaivagama, especially Natha Sampradaya perspective is here, and through that, through Maya, Yoga Maya, Moha Maya, and Maha Maya, through these Maya principles, this Shiva Sutra has been explained. So in the next sessions, we will see the Shiva Sutra. Shubham Bhavatu. Now, question answers, please. Anybody has any question? Ram.
So the difference between Anupaya and Anvopaya. Sorry, Shambhovopaya and Anvopaya.
Anvopaya and Shambhovopaya.
Ha.
Shambhovopaya means when you are merged in the Shiva Tattva, that is the highest state as a human being and a sadhaka is concerned. And Anvopaya means Shambhovopaya. Higher yogi with
You're frozen, ma'am. Some net problem?
Ma'am, your voice is breaking, ma'am.
yes. Any other question?
Ma'am, we were not able to listen to you. Your voice was breaking.
Now it's okay?
Yeah, but we could not listen to your answer.
Acha, only one question he has asked.
Yeah, but we could
He-
not listen to the answer.
Okay, some Wi-Fi problem was there.
Yeah.
So Shambhavopaya is the higher state of the sadhaka. Means when he reached to certain level, then the Shambhavopaya, that is the upaya. And the Anubhavopaya means all the spiritual aspects we do sadhana at a lower level. That is Anubhavopaya, like Ashtanga Yoga, Dhyana, Dharana. But Shambhavopaya is the direct merging with the Shiva. The sadhaka may left his body in a previous birth with very high level of sadhana, and in the next birth he can start with that. He may reach, he may have crossed the Shaktopaya also, and in the Shambhavopaya he is there.
So, ma'am, like Shambhavi Mahamudra that is being taught, is that Shambho Upaya that you're talking about?
No, Shambhavi Mudra that Sadhguru teaches, no?
Yes, yes.
Yeah, but I don't know the technique what he teaches.
Okay.
In Shambhavi Mudra, what he teaches, I know never attended any of his sessions.
All right.
So I'm not up. Yeah.
All right. All right. So, can you just throw some light on yoni, like that you were speaking about the yoni part of it, no?
Yeah.
I couldn't understand that.
Yoni is the eighth chakra or Shakti. When we see any Shivalanga, the base is of yoni. This is a typical shape. And in that shape, the energy throbs. It remains in very active state in our eighth chakra. That's why we never cross the Shivalinga. When we do pradakshana to the Shivalinga, we never cross totally. No 360-degree periphery is there allowed. From the yoni part, we have to come back. Okay, because the basic tattva is behind that. If you see the old Shivalinga, there is a kundalini. We have seen the serpent in the yoni part. That is the kundalini shakti of the human body that enters through that yoni part. So when the siddha merges with that, there is no way back to come back. And at the para kundalini level, that both the ends close, and the person, the siddha goes with the para kundalini. You got it?
No,
So the state remain at very higher level at Shakti chakra.
actually, I'm not clear about the chakras. Like after Sahasrara, it's the first time I'm listening about the other. I've only
Yes,
heard
yes, yes.
Sahasrara. It's a very new concept for me. So I haven't understood. And the mandala, the other mandala that you're talking about, which
That
is
is a
about,
Dvadashanta mandala. Yeah.
yeah,
It is the 12 angula. Angula means this is 4
yeah,
angula.
yeah,
This is 4, 4, 4. This much is
yeah,
a space.
yeah,
For each and everybody, this is different because our size of our finger is different. So
yeah.
that much is a space available on our head where the 8th and 9th chakra, Shakti and Shiva, residing with us. This is a part of Vijnanamaya Kosha and Anandamaya Kosha. That's why all the Devata, Deva, they are wearing the mukut of 12 inches, 12 angule size. You got it?
Yeah.
Why they are wearing the mukuta? It indicates that space.
Oh, so they're trying to protect it? Are they trying to protect
Yes,
it?
it is there. The Dvadashanta Mandala protects us, basically. That Shiva and Shakti energy protects us. That is remain in a subtle state.
Yeah, but can't still understand. I mean, it's not, this is so new. So like I
This
had
is
only,
new.
yeah, I had heard only till Sahasrara. I thought Sahasrara is, that's it.
Beyond that is the real aspect, the real existence of Shiva and Shakti. This is what I got in my state with the grace of Guruji.
Is it with everyone it is there? Or it should be
Yes,
activated?
everyone. This
Even those who
Dvadashanta.
are not sadhak also, they have that,
Yes.
must be in
They
a
are not
silent form.
happy in Muladhara
Not-
Chakra.
Acha, okay.
Didi, I have a question about karma. You were saying na, that Sanchit karma is karma in the bija form. That means
Yes.
that may sprout, may not sprout. right? And
Yes.
when it and then what is the difference between kriyaman or agami karma and sanchit karma? What is the difference? Kriyaman karma may like it, what we are doing in our life at present right now, that.
Yes. Our
So-
ongoing karma, kriyaman.
So then sanchit karma has an effect on kriyaman karma? No.
No. Karmas are directly related to state of our chitta.
Okay.
The chitta is stable, karmas are good always. Intentions are good. Maybe we may be doing under compulsion certain works, but our intention is not with that. So karma phala doesn't get affected to us, get attached to us.
So
That's why
how
the
does
nishkam karma is told by Krishna in Bhagavad Gita.
yes.
Do the karma, but don't get any apeksha or
Attachment.
any desire
Attachment.
to have the phala of that. That's
Okay.
why no impression of that karma. So no getting any impression on chitta. Chitta remains very stable and calm. This is in our hands, and this is the spiritual sadhana. And sanchita is in a bija rupa. We don't know gahano karmana gati. We
So
don't know when it will.
कर्मा के ऊपर हमारा कोई हाथ नहीं है, like we don't know संचित कर्मा को we
We
cannot
don't-
say.
No,
Right.
we don't know, but we can erase it out with the help of Sudarshan Kriya, spiritual sadhana. Our impression, what is spiritual sadhana? Removing all the impressions from our memory, good, bad, all. Removing all the karmas. Karmas are related to the memory part. Whatever we are doing in this janma, that is getting stored in our memory, in chitta, and that is being, again, when we take birth after death, the whole lot starts working randomly. There is no sequence, randomly it happens. Only the spiritual practice, Guru's grace, Sudarshan Kriya, these are the techniques through which we can clean it. And once the chitta is clean, we remain at very blissful state. Then the whatever we action do, those are not karmas, those are kriya. That is called kriya, means only happening through our body. Now, good, bad, anything happening with our body. We are not attached to our karma, kriya. That is called kriya. It is very subtle difference between kriya and karma.
But the prarabdha is like, how did the prarabdha come? Because of my impressions of past lives, is it?
Prarabdha is what is happening with us in our janma. We are listening, this is our prarabdha karma. In past lives, we must be connected. We must be disciple of the same guru. That's why we have come together. We are discussing these aspects. This is the prarabdha karma. Prarabdha are good and bad, both.
Good and bad, both will happen. See,
Both.
suppose someone has been born as a dacoit. So that is, he has earned that from prarabdha, right?
Yes.
So good
But
and
with
bad.
his own spiritual practice or buddhi, this janma's buddhi, he can turn those. He can
Yes.
reduce the impact of this karma. Guru can reduce the impact of prarabdha karma. But prarabdha karma we need to face. Many saints you find, like Ramana Maharshi or Ramakrishna Paramahansa, they died with cancer. They had all the pain, all the suffering of cancer. That was their prarabdha. But they did not get affected by those sufferings or pain. That is their evolved state. But you have to have those. You cannot escape prarabdha.
Yeah.
You can escape sanchita by doing this spiritual practice, sadhana, kriya, but
Meditation.
prarabdha is
थोड़ा
unavoidable.
संचिता डिटेल थोड़ा बताएंगे संचित कर्म क्या?
संचित मीन्स जो हमारे पास्ट कर्म होते हैं ना, वो बीज रूप से कुछ भी आप कर्म करो, दैट रिमेन्स इन अ बीज रूप से वो हमारे चित्त में रह जाते हैं, एंड फाइनली इन मेमोरी पार्ट,
ओके,
मनोमय कोशा में वो स्टोर होते
क्योंकि
रहते
बहुत
हैं.
बार
They
ये
are in
नाथ परंपरा में वगैरह बोलते हैं,
हाँ,
सॉरी, बहुत बार बोलते हैं कि संचित नहीं है तो आगे कार्य नहीं होगा, संचित होना चाहिए, मतलब पुण्य होना चाहिए क्या? What is that?
Sanchit means not punya.
exactly?
Sanchita karma means
Acha.
not punya. Sanchita में भी पुण्य यूज हो सकता है संचित का. पुण्य संचित होता है एक्चुअली. पुण्य
Okay.
संचित ना हो तो हम इस जन्म में नहीं करेंगे साधना होकर. That
Mhm.
पुण्य संचित जो है ना, that good karmas. So we don't know which karma will come in front. That is sanchit means it is in a bija form.
Okay.
Ma'am, can you
So that has
explain?
come from the past life only.
Yes, yes.
Acha.
Ma'am, can you explain about Vani? You had spoken
Yes.
about Paravani. Vekari, I've understood you said Vishuddha. So when we speak, that is Vekari. But
That
the
is
other,
Vaikhari.
Vekari. Yes.
Vaikhari. And para is the, this is the very subtle state of Vani. Any vichara or any, when we talk, if you see, beneath of it is a some thought. Is it not? So from that the para starts. Then it comes to Pashyanti level. Para is very subtle level. The yogis talk to each other in Paravan. You got it? Guruji has conducted first course in silence. So what is silence? In that silence, he communicated through Paravan and all received. So that is Paravan. Pashyanti is a bit gross form of Para. It starts thicken. Para starts from the Vijnanamaya Kosh that comes from the Kushma, this Dvadashanta Mandala only. Then it comes to Sahasradhara. It becomes started solidifying, Pashyanti. In Pashyanti, even kids, the small babies understand his mother's mind through Pashyanti. And then comes the Madhyama. Even animals understand without telling them anything. Many times we found that animals know what we are going to say. That our Madhyama state, we have the thought and they understood that time. So this is the Madhyama. And the gross is Vaikhari that we speak through our with Vaikhara means Vishuddhi for fifth chakra. At sixth chakra, it is in the form of Madhyama.
Okay. Like the Ajna Chakra till here, it's in the form of
Yeah,
Madhyam.
it is the travel from Nada Brahma to Shabda Brahma.
So
When the
basically,
Shiva got contacted and became Shakti, so that process is called Shivaka Nritya. And that is that, from that, Pranava has been evolved, Omkara. Now the studies are going on from sun se jo rays aate hain, the sun rays, or the energy from the sun, it carries Omkara. Now they could record on the device. The entire Brahma, the entire universe is resonating with Omkara. That is the only Nada Brahma. And as a human being, we transfer this Nada Brahma to Shabda Brahma. This is a special ability for the human beings through Para Pashyanti Madhyama Vaikhari. These are the stages of one. And Parat Para is a state in Natha Sampradaya, that is the Mauna. That is a silence, complete silence. You don't need any word to transmit any information, knowledge. So when we start downloading the wisdom, that Parat Para Vani state, that Nada Brahma through Parat Para is getting downloaded. We don't listen anything when the downloading starts. Huh? We get that. I can't explain in words, but
it's like
we get
probably
it.
the wavelengths. That's why we say that our wavelengths are matching. So probably that the wavelengths is the Paravani or which Madhyama, Pashyanti that you're talking about. With some people
everything is, yes, everything is Spandana. Everything is wave only. The entire universe is wave.
Yeah.
The human being is Vishesha Spanda. And the entire Shiva Tattva is common, Samanya Spanda. Spandakarika is very beautiful grantha on these aspects, Kashmir Shaivagam, of Kashmir Shaivagam. The Vishesha Spandana is a human being having identified in a body with all these Chitta, Manomaya Kosha, etc. It's a Vishesha Spanda. And Samanya Spanda is the Shiva Tattva. The cosmic energy is Samanya Spanda.
So I have, yeah. Many a times, sorry to interrupt, many a times I've seen that it's written 432 hertz, and I was reading autobiography of a yogi. There was a mention about 432 hertz, like our body has that kind of a vibration. So
Yes.
what is,
Brahma Murta.
yeah,
That is a Brahma Murta. That
Brahma,
times the cosmic energy is most at peak level. If we get it at that time, we do sadhana, it's very beneficial for us. Basically, our chitta remains very blank that time, no? At that moment when we get up, because very less disturbance. No?
yeah, because at that time, if you sit down, then probably thoughts come to you automatically. Like, I mean, there is more clarity at that point in time.
Chitta is calm. That
Yeah, yeah, there's more clarity. So whatever one is wanting a solution of, the solution is just there. Yeah.
yes.
Uh,
Yes.
ma'am, I'm
Yes.
having question that Om is a sound of Parabrahma, Nad Brahma. What?
Parabrahma and Nada Brahma are one and the same thing.
Okay, so it is like there is a Vaikhari Madhyama Pashyanti. So it's
And
Pashyanti.
Para.
It's Para.
No. It is Parat Para. Omkara is the Nada Brahma. And from that, these 4 stages of Vani are getting evolved in our human being.
So what is ajapa japa? They say like when you are, there is complete purity, then ajapa japa starts happening. What's that?
Yes. See, our life is totally based on Soham. That's why Guruji said Soham, Soham. Why? So means inhale. Hum means exhale. So hum. So this is ajapa japa.
Yeah.
Every second, every fraction of second, we are into Soham. That's why all the saints, they say, recite Oma or recite Soham. Get attention to that Soham. When you are getting attentive mode with the Soham, your chitta never gets haywire. You always remain in the present moment. That is the first principle of our knowledge point. Na? That is ajapa japa. That is, we are not doing japa with mala and all, but that is happening. Ajapa. That is a Gayatri.
That is
Soham.
happening with the breath. Ajapa happens with the breath. So hum.
We feel with breath,
Okay.
but it happens with the Prana Shakti. With the breath, we take Prana Shakti. It's all related to Prana Shakti.
Okay. All right.
This is called Hansa. Hansa Japa in Natha Sampradaya. Hamsa. Soham.
Yeah. So I don't understand. Like Hamsa would be like exhale and inhale, right? And Soham is inhale and exhale when we are giving attention to that.
Yes.
So why do we do that? Like, I mean, is it good to do Hamsa or Soham?
No, anything. Soham or Hansa. This is very deep knowledge. Hansa and Soham. Na? We can discuss it in personal chat. This is a very different way of doing sadhana and Natha Sampradaya. It is called Hamsa.
Ma'am,
Soham is okay for us.
Okay.
Yes.
I'll just say one thing, like one of my ma'ams had told me we should always exhale and then inhale, because exhale is like let go of the negative energies and then start with inhalation and start with the japa. I'll ask you on WhatsApp.
Yeah, Guruji also says, na, take a deep breath and exhale totally.
Yeah.
Then start the new breath.
Yeah.
It happens automatically, whether do it or not. It happens of its own.
Can you
This is the
elaborate
Prana
on Pradnya, Yogeshwari ji? Pradnya, I
Yeah,
didn't quite
Pradnya is the
understand.
elevated state of our intellect. Pradnya. Our intellect is very small, involved in mundane words, mundane aspects, the knowledge, the information we get, and we acquire some degrees and we feel pride in that. मैं इतना बुद्धिमान हूँ, I have done this thing, that thing, doctor हूँ, engineer हूँ, like that. So this is a limited scope of our buddhi. That is always merged, फंसी रहती है in the mundane world. That is buddhi. But when we go beyond this, when our chitta gets stabilized, we find the better part or evolved part of our buddhi, that is prajna. Rutambara tatra prajna. It's the one of the sukta in, so one of the sutra in Patanjali Yoga. So this is the Rutambara form. It's very, very pure state of buddhi.
So like it's basically wisdom, right? Which comes from knowledge, from sadhana.
No, wisdom is a different thing. Wisdom means vijnana. Jnana means whatever information we get from sensory organs, reading, whatever knowledge we acquire, it is a jnana. At any moment, it is from the third party. It is somebody else's perspective. What I am telling you is my perspective. This is a jnana for you. But what you get from your own vijnanamaya kosha is a wisdom for you.
Like
You got
living
it?
in the present moment, then that is the jnana. Na? That is jnana.
That is also one jnana. Yes.
Yeah. But what I understand of it is my prajna, is it? It will be different from
What
your
you
prajna.
understand it with your buddhi, maybe prajna also. That state you must be knowing about your evolution. Na?
Okay.
Jai Gurudev.
Jai Gurudev.
Prajna, what after listening to you, what I gather is that it is a stage where a person is balanced. Like the world looks like a balanced thing, that you are out of that good or bad for anybody. Is that the stage or no?
Yes, yes, yes. Obviously, when chitta gets calmed down means you don't react on anybody's actions or anybody's presence. You never label anything as a good, as a bad, because you find everything, every person is full of Shiva Tattva. You are also Shiva Tattva. Then where is the difference?
Yeah.
So you don't label anything as good and bad. That is
So
prajna level.
before a person reaches the prajna state, what is the state called? What leads
Buddhi.
next? Buddhi. Next, after buddhi, when buddhi evolves, you reach the prajna state.
Yes. When you reach through your chitta gets stabilized, when you reach to the different domain, different realm of wisdom, then that time our buddhi is called as prajna.
Okay.
This
So it-
chitta that you're saying is to be getting stabilized. How is it different from the self, the consciousness? It's the same?
There is no difference.
Ah.
Chitta is the supreme cosmic consciousness, Shiva Tattva, Chitta. The Atma reflects through Satchit Ananda, truth, Chit, and Ananda, blissfulness. Chitta is cosmic consciousness. And Chitta is our consciousness at human level. When you go in that realm, you become Chitta. You realize the Atma Tattva and you remain as a Shiva Tattva. You be a Shiva. That time that Satchit Ananda state is there. That is called Jivan Mukta. Then you remain with the body, but you are not with the body.
So our chitta, in which kosh is it then? In between
It is in
Vijnana?
Manomaya Kosha. It
Manomaya.
is in Manomaya. It is a Jada. It has no energy. We get the energy for Chitta from the Chitti Shakti of Vijnanamaya Kosha.
Okay.
इसीलिए अपना चित्त जितना क्लीन है उतना ज्यादा एनर्जी आती है. सिंपल टेक्निक है.
So the
योगस्य
clean,
चित्तवृत्ति निरोधा.
the cleanliness again depends on our action, right?
Our sadhana.
Not day-to-day action.
Day-to-day action are the outcome of our chitta sthiti. It is other way.
Okay.
Your chitta is confused, your actions are of
Gone.
having negativity, more negative.
Hmm.
Your chitta is stabilized, your actions are good.
So this chitta
works
that
in
I
that
am having, where is memory then playing a part on this chitta? Is memory playing any
Memory
part?
is part of chitta. Memory is part of chitta. And clean chitta has no memory.
Okay. So it
Nishkama
And
has
that
that.
karma.
memory, and that memory is taken from past life, or
Yes, yes, yes. Yes. Past life, this life also, we keep on doing so many things with attachments, and that impressions are getting stored in the memory.
So if we are talking about if I may summarize that if the manomay kosha has mana buddhi chitta ahankar, which is antakarana chatushtaya.
Yes. Yes.
Antakarana chatushtaya, if the chitta is clean, then it is stable. So the chitta vritti nirodha happens. Then manomay, the manas, which is there, it gets manolaya. So अंतःकरण चतुष्टय का पहला पार्ट जो है वो मनोलय हुआ. बुद्धि जो
Yes.
है बुद्धि जो है वो प्रज्ञा बन गई. चित्त है वो क्लीन बन गया और अहंकार अपना ब्रह्मास्मि बन गया, अहम ब्रह्मास्मि बन गया. So that is what here, and then that is where so it is the same antakarana chatushtaya, which is actually when the chitta sthiti happens, the chitta this happens, automatically manolaya, prajna, and aham brahmasmi happens.
Yes. We live in that level. The yogi or the siddha live in that level, though they are in a human.
Okay. So there is one more question that I have regarding the intercession. So we talked about sanchita karma, prarabdha karma, kriyamana karma. Now the thing is that we understand this word which is called as intercession. So it is basically intervening on behalf of somebody. So there are gurus who actually intervene in your karma on behalf of you. Okay. So what is that is getting transferred? What is that is getting transferred? How exactly that, what are these particular karmas which are getting transferred? Because if those particular impressions are there, are they pause those particular impressions, or what is happening over there?
Actually, what happens now? Guru does nothing. It improves our ability to reduce those things. You got it? The difference. It makes us so strong that we are able to reduce those things at subtle level. We may not remember what is happening, but it is at subtle level. Guru makes us to that level, because we and Guru are not different actually. We feel that we are different, but Guru says he is my own anga. Guru शिष्य को अपना ही अंग समझता है. So he takes our hand in his hand, he holds our hand, and he makes us so strong in spiritual world that we are able to reduce our karmas, erase our karmas. Our status is enhanced. Got it?
Ma'am, Gurudev had written in the Bhagavad Gita that a guru is like, if he's standing on the upper step of a ladder and you are obviously at the lower step. So when he holds your hand, then he pulls you to that step where he is standing. So like, as you're saying about the karmas, like, he kind of releases you of your bondage.
Yes. He doesn't release us. He makes us that much strong to our karma gets the.
Yeah.
We overcome.
We overcome. Yeah.
That is called Shaktipat. He gives his energy to us.
So a guru's coming into a life
everything
is
we are responsible in very particular language.
So I mean, I believe it's all grace. If you're sitting and listening to you, that's also grace. It doesn't happen like that, no?
Yeah, it is Guru's grace.
Yeah.
We are all part of it.
Yeah. So we are all like, some wisdom will fall into place.
Yeah, it is there.
Yeah, thank you so much. Though it's so very complicated, but yeah. Still, just a drop.
Yeah.
Ma'am, I have one
Yeah.
question. That I heard that Guru takes your karma also. If there are too much bad karma, then sometimes they take your karma. I mean, it's like I heard that, like some examples, like in Ramana Maharshi or Ramakrishna, like from the one I heard, like they said that they took someone else's karma. I mean, on their behalf. So how it works?
Yeah, out of compassion, many saints take karmas of their disciples. It happens.
I mean, they suffer instead of
They suffer.
disciple.
Yes. Yes. This is out of
And
compassion
ma'am,
only.
yes, ma'am, just like the like us, like when we suffer, we feel pain, and when they take our karma, and because of that they suffer, then they also get same pain.
No, they are beyond pain and sufferings. They are not attached to the mind. Where the suffering comes in mind.
But ma'am, still they have body, and they get those diseases,
They have
illnesses.
body, but their manomay kosha is stabilized, no? So no effect. But it is our selfishness that we pray to the Guru to leave us from this karma, leave us from this suffering. We
But
are not
ma'am, if
accepting the suffering as our own karma.
yes, but ma'am, Ramakrishna Paramhans, like they lived their body. I mean, because of that disease, he died. He took someone else's karma. So I mean, see, like, ma'am, you said that someone should, the sadhak leave their body with samadhi. है ना, like Muktai, you gave examples of Muktai, Lalleshwari Devi, and all. है ना? So that is very blissful thing to happen. But the sadhaks like Raman, Ramakrishna Paramhans, they took someone else's karma and then they died because of that disease. So then what happened with them when they died with, because see, death is like, yesterday we discussed, death is like a deep sleep. The last impression, the last thought, yeah, I mean, you think in the next morning you wake up with that same thought. So it is like a sleep. If I mean, they take someone else's karma and they die with that pain and all, then how, what will happen to them?
So first of all, you understand that they don't have pain, they don't have karma, suffering. Their manomaya kosha is, manolaya has happened. So if they leave the body with this disease, for the next birth, they don't have to suffer, or they don't have any sanchit or prarabdha karma with them.
Okay.
This is the basic behind that.
Okay, say, so at last, I mean, they are free.
They are
It's
always
like,
free.
yeah,
They
yeah,
are
okay,
jivan mukta. They are
okay.
not attached with this sufferings and happiness and everything. Nothing. They are totally free atma, jivan mukta. They are away from jivan. जीवन के ये भाग है ना, सुख दुख and all. They are the part of our life. They are beyond that. That state is beyond that. They live beyond the Sahasrara Chakra. So no human aspects getting attached to them. They take the human birth because they appear as a Guru Tattva. Guru Tattva is a Shiva Tattva only. So they appear in Guru Tattva, they carry the Shiva Tattva, they impart knowledge, wisdom with us. They teach us how to do spiritual sadhana in various ways as per the vritti of the sadhaka. Guruji also talks different ways. You must have understood that. He does not talk many times with somebody. He only communicates through Paravan. No, it is all, the Guru knows what is the status of the Shishya sitting front. So they are very wise. Gurus are very wise.
Okay, ma'am. Ma'am, I am having again one question regarding Nishkam Karma. I mean, I want to understand that in depth. Nishkam Karma.
Okay. When you do something, there is some intention behind that.
Yes.
You are asking me this question. This is also karma. The intention behind that is you want some knowledge. You want to get rid of some queries or some disturbances in mind that is happening because of the avidya, that you have not understood this before, and you want to get it more clarification on this aspect. This is the intention behind that. Okay. So this karma is creating an outcome. When I satisfy your query, then you got the answer, but at the same time you are creating some karma phala. And what is nishkam karma? Krishna has said that you should not have any intention behind your actions. You only do the actions. That is kriya, what I told. That is not karma actually, that is kriya. You only do the actions. What is your swadharma? You have to follow that. Arjuna's swadharma was being a kshatriya, he has to kill the person who has come for the yuddha. So he has to do that. If you are a teacher, your karma is to teach the students with 100% involvement. Whether the student is means getting that knowledge or not, you don't get bothered with that. You do your 100%. That's why Guruji says now, do everything with 100%. Then the nishkam karma happens. We have to do the karma, we have to do the action without having any karma phala. Means ye action मैं करूँगी, or if I do something, people will praise me. This is one type of karma phala apeksha. Iska means we want some praise out of this. So this is a very at very subtle level creating some karma phala, some impression on your chitta. You do it and forget it. At that moment only you have to drop that karma when it ends. It's very, very beautiful sadhana is this for karma phala, leaving the karma phala. You should be very aware at every moment what I am doing, what I am talking. Many times we talk with us awareness that whatever I am talking, innerly I don't have any intention. Like a child, like a mother. Mother scolds child, मारती भी है ना? Why? Because the intention is good behind that. Or there is no any what you call apeksha from the from that action. The only intention is that the child should not get in a wrong way. At subtle level, it is also one of the phala. Got it? It is in two ways. So you should be always remain on the satarka, awareness. And that is very important part of Kashmir Shaivaga, satarka.
Okay, ma'am.
Got it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Anybody else?
I mean, for the nishkam karma to happen, have to be very, very alert, like 24/7.
Yes, yes.
Otherwise you will unconsciously, I mean, get into that sakam karma anytime.
Yeah, that is the Turiya Avastha. Na? Always, even in a deep sleep, the yogi remains satarka with full awareness. What is happening in the deep sleep with my body, mind? This is
Ma'am,
the higher state.
उसी स्टेज में निष्काम कर्मा 100% हो सकता है. जो हमारी स्टेजेस है उसमें वो कभी होगा 10%, 20% और कभी नहीं होगा, है ना? और जो मतलब उस स्टेज में चले जाते हैं उनका वो 100% निष्काम कर्मा ऑल द टाइम रहता है. आई मीन
उनका कर्मा ही नहीं होता है. That time
कर्मा ही
kriya
नहीं
happens.
होता है.
कर्मा ही नहीं होता. That is kriya happens.
Okay.
Ishwari ji, can you once more please explain how, like, by choice the body leaves the soul leaves the body, like it goes up, you said na कि वहां से निकल भी सकते हैं प्राण.
Yes, yes. When the Kundalini, the Jivatma Shakti Kundalini, which is in a human form, that enters in the yoni, that the eighth chakra. And if the Siddha wants to leave the body with that stage, the yoni shuts down and the Kundalini Shakti merges with the cosmic energy.
But for that you need some guidance from your guru, right?
No, it's very, very higher stage. Very higher stage. Very few saints have lived their body with this. Otherwise, in general, the Siddha leave their body from the Brahmarandra. From here, they take out their prana and the body collapses.
From Sahasrar goes up. From Sahasrar.
Sahasrar, yes. This is called Brahmarandra. From there only the Atma comes in the womb, mother's womb, the mother feels that entry. Even
Oh.
mother feels the exit of if the child, the baby is not going to take birth. The Atma, many times the Atma leaves that baby. So that time also the mother realizes, if the mother is Siddha Avastha mein hai, to she realizes when the Atma has left from her body, from her womb. So that entry exit point for the Siddha is Brahmarandra. That is given in Shiva Sutra. We are going to study that.
But
in Shiva
do
Sutra
we
it is-
realize when our soul is leaving, do we realize it? No, no?
Yes, when you are in a full consciousness in Siddhavastha, you realize. On the contrary, you take your Atma out, your Prana Shakti out. Many saints has given their they are going to die. Our Kashmiri saint is there, Swami ji jisko hum kehte hain, Swami Govind Kaul. He has written many years back in one of your bhajana that I am going to live on this Purnima day. And actually, when he left his body, Purnima was just started 1 hour before that. It was that much precious, precisely he has envisaged when I want to go, I want to leave this body. Because for them, birth and death is under their control. For us, it is not there. But for the Siddhas, it is under their control. They take birth with their wish.
And
Like
then
Guru, no?
this
Like
is the,
Guru.
yeah, I just need to add, ask that, like, it is the same thing, like, we have seen so many saints survive for thousands of years. So they have that power to control their chakras, and with that they can like, with that power they can survive for so many years as well, like
Yes,
yogi.
yes, it happens. Like Babaji, Kriya Babaji is alive last so many thousands years. Is it
We
not? They
have
have some intention to remain in the body. They want some students, means their shishya, to impart the knowledge. Some intention is, divine intention is there of living there. Otherwise, many many saints leave their body after having 90 years or 70 years, whatever their lifespan is there. They don't have attachment about the body. There is a beautiful story I will tell you about Gorakshanatha and Gurudev Datta. What happened? Gurudev Datta, you must be heard about the Datta, na? Gurudev
yes,
Datta. So Datta and this Gorakshanath, they started some discussion. And they said, he said no, because Gorakshanath had so many siddhis with him. He wanted to retain his body. He was very handsome. So he wanted to retain his body. So during that discussion, they started the fighting also. And during that fight, he attacked on Datta, but he could not find the Datta's body. And he got stuck. He got shocked. What is happening? Then Datta said that you are eternal. Why you should have attachment about this body? So leave the attachment about body. For them, body is very, what you call, very sadhana hai ye, to come on the earth. That's why
instrument.
they don't give much importance to the body. Even apne Guruji ko bhi dekho na. How simple he looks. But his presence is so attractive. It attracts us like anything. Like magnet, we get attracted to Gurudev. Is it not?
I had one question also. Like,
Yeah.
we have some experiences with some people, and some, it is said that gratitude and forgiveness, we should really practice that, and it helps us to get rid of very impressions in our mind. So how, like, I just need to understand that how far this works. Sometimes we have forgiven that person, or we have forgiven ourselves for some things or some decisions we have made, but then having gratitude and forgiving, how does this technique actually work in reducing those impressions, strong impressions in our mind? Like,
Basically, these are forgiving anybody or gratitude. These are the part of our ahankara. At subtle level, if you understand, this is a part of our ahankara. Who is going to forgive other? If the other person is of Shiva Tattva only, and you are also Shiva Tattva, where the question of forgiving comes in between.
Mhm.
Is it not? Who is
Mhm.
going to forgive whom? So it is at the level of ahankara, at a subtle level. Gratefulness also. Dhaneshwar Maharaj said in Amrutanubhav that for the Guru also there should not be any feeling about gratefulness, because you are not separate from your Guru. That type of samarpan, jisko bolte hain, that type of samarpan, what we call in English, surrender, we should have with our Guru. Then there is no such concept arise.
Mhm.
We are free from all these things. Basically, we are free. But with buddhi and with ahankara and disturbed chitta, we feel those things. Actually, those are not existing.
Okay.
So Tuesday, we are starting Shiva Sutra. Very beautiful text. The Shiva has given in some sutras. Those found by Vasugupta found it in Kashmir, written on some boulder. Before that, also Natha Sampradaya had referred these sutras many centuries ago. So very beautiful sutra we are going to start with grace of Gurudev and grace of Dhaneshwar Maharaj. So, Jai Gurudev. We'll meet on
Jai
Tuesday.
Gurudev,
9
thank you
PM.
so
Jai
much.
Gurudev. Thank you, ma'am.
We'll wait
It's
for
our
Tuesdays.
Guru grace. We should
Thank
thank
you.
our Guru for being together.
Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am. This is a grace.
Yes, this is a grace.
Yes.
Okay, bye.
Thank you,
you.
ma'am.